Hari Om sir, how are you? Fine, fine.
Hari Om. Hari Om. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। 12th श्लोक। अर्जुन उवाच परं ब्रह्म परं धाम पवित्रं परमं भवान् पुरुषं शाश्वतं दिव्यम् आदिदेवमजं विभुम् आहुस्त्वां ऋषयः सर्वे देवर्षिर्नारदस्तथा असितो देवलो व्यासः स्वयं चैव ब्रवीषि मे सर्वमेतद्धृतं मन्ये यन्मां वदसि केशव न हि ते भगवन् व्यक्तिं विदुर्देवा न दानवाः स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं वेत्थत्वं पुरुषोत्तम भूतभावनभूतेश देवदेव जगत्पते वक्तुमर्हस्य शेषेण दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमां त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि कथं विद्यामहं योगिं त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्। Okay. So in the last class we saw that Arjuna is now trying to, I will not say flatter, but yes, that's the that is the right way of asking something. So first you have to praise the Lord or praise the person from whom you want something, and when enough of it is done or a little more, and when you know the person is ready, that time go with the donation book so that you will get whatever you want. So Arjuna, being expert in this type of he is a politician, he knows how to do it. So Arjuna nicely did the same thing, and that's what our Shastras also tell. If you want something, first praise the person, and praise the person about that what you want, telling how much more that person has than you, and keep praising it, which gives an indication that you need some of that. Okay, if you wrongly praise, then there will be a problem. So a little amount of intelligence is required, and Arjuna, clearly wanting to know all the details, he started praising Ishvara, because Bhagavan says that if you know my Vibhuti, moksha is guaranteed. And who does not want moksha? Any intelligent person will opt for moksha, and hence, to get that complete knowledge, Arjuna starts praising Bhagavan. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashwatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. So all which Bhagavan had told earlier, the same thing he is putting back, saying that you are Param Brahma, you are Param Dhama. Okay. Normally this word Param Brahma, it's Param Brahma, and many a times many people call Parabrahma Parabrahma, especially in Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Param Brahma is the word Param Brahma, because Brahma Shabda is neuter gender, Param is neuter gender, Param Brahma is the right one. But Parabrahma, if you say it is not wrong, it will assume that there is a complex word. It becomes a complex word. Param plus Brahma, Parabrahma, it can be there. But the right way to tell is Param Brahma. So if you see anywhere where Swamiji and all chant, they will say Param Brahma only, not Parabrahma. Okay. So here also, see Arjuna Uvacha Param Brahma Parandhama. Param Brahma. Parabrahma is not told here. Okay. So time to correct. If we are telling Parabrahma, correct it to Param Brahma. Okay. Right. Purusham Shashwatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. You have seen all the meanings. Then he said, Ahustvam Rishayas Sarve Deva Rishir Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasaha Swayanchaiva Bravishime. So, like this it has been heard in the Puranas, and all elders, all the rishis have told. Like Narada, Devarshi Narada himself, Asitaha, Devalaha, and the current Vyasacharya also. Not only that, you have also told the same thing. So, you have told, which means he wants to also assure Krishna. I was hearing what you said, but I want to hear more. I want to hear more, and I am interested to know completely, and hence he says that, yes, you have told, yes, others have told, but now there is a comma, but I want to hear more. Right? Sarvametadrutam manye yanmam vadasi keshava nahite bhagavan vyaktim vidurdevana danavaha. Ritam manye sarvametad. All these are ritam. These are all experienced truth. Okay. Yanmam vadasi keshava. Whatever you have told Keshava, all these are absolutely truth. Nahite Bhagavan Vyaktim Viduhu Deva na Danavaha. There is no person who can comprehend with their intellect about you, either in Manushyaha, in Devaha, or in Asuraha. In any loka, no person can comprehend with the available intellect all the qualities of yours. Okay. स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं वेत्थत्वं पुरुषोत्तम भूतभावन भूतेश देवदेव जगत्पते. So you are bhutavana bhutesha devadeva jagatpate. Is that all? No, these are all your tatastha lakshanam. What is the Swarupa Lakshanam is Swayamevatmanatmanam. He Purushottama, you are Eva Atmanam Atmana, who are born by yourself, or which means never born. Vethatvam. He Purushottama Tvam Vetha. Let me know you completely. Vaktum arhasya sheshena. So, after telling all this, now slowly he is putting his request in front. After the namaka, chamaka starts. That means the donation book is slowly getting open. Then in the donation book he will start, there are different donations. But the best among that is which is mentioned the last, which is of the highest value, and I know that you can give it. And I will not settle for anything other than that. So he starts with that last donation possible, which is the highest value. Vaktum arhasya sheshena. Tell me everything. एक भी चीज छोड़ना मत, सब कुछ बोलो, मतलब पूरा पॉकेट खाली करके डोनेट कर दो. ओके, सो वक्तुम अर्हस्य शेषेण त्वं वक्तुम दिव्याः हि आत्म विभूतयः. Your divine vibhutis. You may have hundreds of vibhutis, but your divine vibhuti, I want to know. याभिर विभूतिभिर लोकान इमाम स्वम व्याप्य तिष्ठसि. याभिहि विभूतिभिहि लोकान इमाम स्वम व्याप्य. So in this, not only in this bhuloka, in all the lokas, right? It's like saying that if you have one account here, इसमें से भी पैसा दो और बाकी सब अकाउंट में, वो सब में से भी सब पैसा दे दो, कुछ भी छोड़ना मत. ओके, क्योंकि आपके लिए जरूरत नहीं है और वो आपका है ही नहीं, वो हमारा है, वो हमको दे दो. सो याभिहि विभूतिभिहि लोकान. In all the lokas, whatever is your vibhuti. Now when we say vibhuti, what is being told? That which is manifested, that which can be perceived either by me or by anyone else or by any animal. All these are vibhutis because they are already manifested, right? So tell me about all the vibhutis in all the yoga. Vyapya, where you are Vyapya, you are manifested, and you tell, and being present there, you have to now tell me all that without leaving any of them. Vaktum arhasya sheshena. तो मतलब पूछा तो भी everything, एक भी चीज छोड़ा नहीं है. So like someone asked, you want to when Bhagavan came and said you ask a wish, but you can ask only one wish. So the person started, I want to be happy, having married, with children, with a nice house, comma डालते करते गया. वो एक ही स्टेटमेंट था लेकिन सब पूछ लिया. So that also requires intelligence. Correct? Like that, he has asked everything without leaving anything, not only in the bhuloka, in all the lokas, of all the manifestations which are divya by Bhagavan, I want to know. एक भी चीज छोड़ा नहीं. Right? Then he gives a logic. Katham vidyamaham yogim tvam sada parichintayan keshu keshu cha bhaveshu chintyosi bhagavan maya. We have seen this or we'll see this again. I don't know whether we have seen this. We have finished 18. Okay. So, Katham Vidyamaham Yogim. Vidya Aham Yogim Tvam Sada Parichintayan. You tell me all your Vibhuti. Vidyamaham. Aham Vidyam. That I should know. Okay. Tvam Sada Parichintayan. So that I can always be contemplating about you. Tell me all the vibhutis so that at all times I can be contemplating only about you. Okay, so I am not just asking that I just wanted for chalo aap bata do. No. I am very clear why I want it, because I want to be immersed in your thoughts, and only from your various vibhutis, when I am contemplating on them, I will be completely immersed. So all your various vibhutis which are divine, which are worth being meditated, please tell me. Keshu keshu cha bhaveshu Chintyosi Bhagavan Maya. You have this manifestation with different bhavas. There are different reasons why these manifestations are there. Okay. So all these bhavas, if I come to know, whenever I am contemplating all the bhavas of yours, which are the manifestation, which are the vibhuti, I will be contemplating. So if I am in a good mood, all the good bhavas will come. If I am not in a good mood, it's still your manifestation which will be appropriate for that mood will be useful to me. So at no point of time I should be that I don't have any other thought about Bhagavan. No. I should always be connected to you, and for that you give me all the Divya Vibhutis which are there. Then he says, Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutincha janardana bhuyah kathaya triptirhi shrinvato nasti me mritam. So, the earlier shloka 17th, he was very clearly talking about vibhuti. Sada parichintayan vibhuti, because which are yogam, it is very difficult to imagine. Which are vibhuti becomes alambanam for dhyana. Correct? They become an object for meditation. Okay. And hence he asked in the 17th shloka, tell me everything which are your vibhutis, all the manifestations, divya vibhutis. Then he said, Vistarena atmano yogam vibhutincha janardana. Okay. Vistarena. Don't tell me for ticking in the box. ये भी है, ये भी है, ये भी. No. पूरा detail में बताओ. Vistarena atmano yogam. Now what is atmano yogam? Yogam is, so vibhuti is which are perceived. Whatever is perceptible is a vibhuti. Okay. And whatever is anumeya, or what is anumana? What is anumana?
Inference.
Whatever can be inferred from the vibhutis. That means those which have not yet manifested, or at least I do not know about that manifestation. It would have come and gone, I am not sure. It may be yet to come, I don't know. But I can very clearly infer the possibility of it. That is yoga. Okay? Because this particular, when we say Maya, or what we call it as Prakriti, it is Gunatmika, either which is manifested, surely we know is Gunatmika, which is not manifested is also Trigunatmika only. Try to understand this. Whatever is manifested has got three gunas. What about that which is yet to manifest? Even that have got three gunas. If there is no guna, will it manifest? Will it come from tamas to rajas? It will not. So it has got the three gunas. Sattva rajas tamo gunatmika maya asti. That means what? Pratyaksha maya, anumeya maya. Both are trigunatmika. And because they are trigunatmika, I can objectify them. Because I can objectify them, I can use them as alambanam, or I can use them a very nice way to connect to you at all times. Are you able to get this? So he is asking that whole framework of whatever has been manifested and whatever is yet to manifest, Vistarena I should know in detail. To whom he is asking? Hey Janardana. Now, Janardana is a word. What is Janardana? Janardana Jahi Archyate Yajate iti Janardana. Jaihi. Okay. Arj dhatu means to beg. Jana Arjana means one who is begged by all the people. Okay. So, you can in short say a person who is in demand where everyone goes to beg. Okay. So, a constant petition receiver is Janardana. We all go to Janardana, hey Bhagwan, mujhe ye karo, aisa do, wo do. Constantly he will be receiving petitions from everyone. That is why he is a Janardana. Okay. Arjate, Yajate, iti Janaihi. Okay. Jaihi, sorry. Janaihi Archyate Yajate, not Jaihi. Janaihi. Okay. That is why he is Janardana. So, see the word he is using. He says, when everyone are coming to you with the petition, you are the most wanted person. So, if not to you, then to whom I will ask? And you are the only person who knows all the manifestation of all the vibhuti and all the yoga in all the lokas. So, who else other than you can tell me in detail? So, I am not going to settle for anything less than that. Okay, it is like Nachiketas telling Yamadharma Raja. When the third question was asked, when Yamadharma Raja is saying, Nachiketas, so he asked, what happens after death? Tell me. So Nachiketas, Yamadharma Raja says, other than that, you ask me anything. You tell me what you want. You want all the riches, I will give you. If you want all the comforts, I will give you. If you want all your generations and the lineage to be always happy, given. You ask me anything and everything other than this question. And the answer from Nachiketas was, if you are ready to give everything which is valuable, which you believe, compared to this question, the answer to this question, then you tell me, why should I settle for something of a lesser value, and I want only this question to be answered. Okay. And when he says, okay, you want to know, you ask someone else, there are more. Too many calls coming. So he says, you ask anyone, he says, other than you, who can tell me what happens post-death? Yamadharmaraja, you are the best teacher. So I will not compromise for anyone other than you, and I will not compromise for any other question. Like that, Arjuna says, I will not compromise for anything less, because you are Janardana. You only know Vethatvam Purushottama. He said, you only know everything. No one else knows. So other than you, who is the best person to enumerate all the glories of yours which have been already manifested and yet to manifest in all the lokas which are divine? I would want to know, and I don't want to settle for anything other than that. Right? Okay. Now there is a valid question here, and this valid question is from a student. It is not a part of the Bhagavad Gita, but there is a valid question here. The question is, in Vibhuti Yoga, if all the categories and objects, things, people, concepts, the gradation is talked about, there is no gradation in regard to Brahman. Only Anatma can have variation. Superlatives can be talked about. Then why it is called Vibhutis of the Lord, where He is the same in everything? Are you able to get this question? So, if Brahman is the same, then why are we talking of positive, comparative, superlative degree where Brahman is there? And for Brahman, if it is Nirguna Brahman, why even have Vibhutis we have to talk about? Okay, the answer to that is very clear. First thing is, there is no gradation taught in Vibhuti Yoga. There is not at all any gradation taught. Because gradation comes means Taratamyam comes, positive, comparative, superlative will come. Tama and all will come. Tara, Tama and all will come there. Maybe for the poetic language they would have used this Tama word, but it is never compared. So if I say you are the greatest among the great, so the word greatest is there now, but the greatest is not compared with anything else. It is giving a very clear value that there is no higher value than that. To have it in that clarity, a language is used there. So even if it is used in terms of comparative or superlative formats, it is only to give that in a given aspect, what is the Vibhuti. But it is not comparing any Vibhuti at a given aspect. Not saying, see the Bhagavan which is good here, see the Bhagavan which is better here, see the Bhagavan which is best here. No. But it may be told that the best of the Bhagavan is in here. The better of the Bhagavan is in something else. So, it's a way of expression rather than comparison. Okay. So, there is no Taratamyam when it comes to Bhagavan's Vibhuti, because Bhagavan's Vibhuti has to be Samana. It cannot be varied at all. That variation is because of our intellect. Okay. Second question is, only Anatma can have variations, perfectly right. So Bhagavan doesn't have. Superlatives can be talked about. Then why the Vibhutis of Lord? So when it is Vibhutis, it is to look at the best at various manifestations. Okay, as we said that we are in the Madhyama Shatka, and the Madhyama Shatka is very clearly Upasana Pradhanam. The Madhyama Shatka is Bhakti Shraddha Pradhanam. The Madhyama Shatka is Ishvara Vishwarupa Vibhuti Yoga Pradhana. Okay, and hence, as many, because we are now moved from Bhagavan being the creator, we are now moving to the next level where Bhagavan is the created. And when Bhagavan is the created or manifested, every aspect of the manifestation will have Bhagavan as the superlative and the best. We may see it from Prakriti aspect differently. We may see it from our own intelligence differently, but Bhagavan is there in the fullest manifestations. Never he said that, tell me all the manifestation. Because if you say all the manifestation, you may not appreciate all the manifestation. But the divine manifestation, it is impossible that someone does not appreciate. Okay, that is why he says Divyaha Atma Vibhutayaha. Okay, and because Bhagavan has to tell all this divine one, and all the divine one is all acha acha, good good, nice nice, happy happy. That is why he had to talk of Vishwarupa Darshana in the next one, which is the reality rather than only Divya Vibhutayaha. You have to see all the Vibhutis. Okay, hopefully this answer is clear. There is no Taratamyam, there is no superlative or comparative statement, but to show that Bhagavan is not a creator, but he is the created, he is the manifested, who is there in everything at the best, and hence Vibhutis are there. But the Vibhutis, the Vibhuti of Bhagavan is only one. That Vibhuti is being manifested differently because of Prakriti, differently. Like we say, the Vibhuti of sugar is sweetness, but the manifestation of this Vibhuti can come in peda, laddu, jilebi in different ways. Finally, it is the sugar. The sugar's sweetness is the Vibhuti. That sweetness of sugar's Vibhuti is coming in different form to taste differently in different formats coming from Prakriti. Okay, so for a person who likes peda and does not like jilebi versus a person who likes jilebi and does not like a peda, when you say, they will talk comparative. But the sweetness of sugar has not reduced in peda or in jalebi based on the quantity of sugar added. That sweetness is going to be there. You may like it, you may not like it, you may have a preference, that all is separate. But the sweetness of sugar is not going to get reduced in a peda or enhanced in a jalebi. No, impossible. It will be the same way. Like that, Bhagavan's Vibhuti is there in this Prakriti because he is the manifested now. He is not the person who is manifesting, who is not creating. He is not sitting outside and creating something, but he himself has manifested everything. And that is the Vibhuti Yoga. Correct? Right. Now, going ahead, we will see from the next shloka, which is the 19th one, what Bhagavan has to say now. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Hantate Kathayishyami, Hantate Kathayishyami, Divyahyatma Vibhutayaha, Divyahyatma Vibhutayaha, Pradhanyatah Kuru Shrestha, Pradhanyatah Kuru Shrestha, Nasti नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे हन्त ते कथयिष्यामि दिव्याः हि आत्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ न अस्ति अन्तः विस्तरस्य मे. Very beautifully he has started it. हन्त ते कथयिष्यामि दिव्याः आत्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ न अस्ति अन्तः vistarasya me. So when you rearrange it, the prose form, Anvayam will be He Kurushreshta Hanta Divyaha Atma Vibhutayaha Pradhanyataha Te Kathayishyami Me Vistarasya Hi Anta Na Asti. Okay. Says He Kurushreshta. Okay, as Arjuna is calling Janardana, Keshava, so many names he is giving. In fact, he gave Purushottama, all Vishnu Sahasranama only he had started. So it becomes Bhagavan's, at least you have to tell few things where the person is being uplifted a little. So he says, Hey Kurushreshta. Okay, Kurushreshta is Arjuna. Okay, Hey Kurushreshta, Hanta. Now this Hanta word, it is not Anta, it is Ha. Hanta. Hanta, alas, indeed, it's a bewilderment. Okay, so alas, giving an exclamation, that is Hanta. Hanta Bhagyan Jananam, it will come. Okay, Hanta, right? Te Kathayishyami Divyaha Atma Vibhutayaha Pradhanyataha. I will indeed tell you. Okay. Te Kathayishyami. The moment he has used the word te means what?
Tavate.
Huh?
Tavate or te tatteta. Sahataut.
Will it be Sahataute?
Tavate.
Te Kathayishyami. Okay. So I will tell it for you. And he says, Divyaha Atma Vibhutayaha. So Divyaha Vibhutayaha. Okay. Vibhutayaha is Bahuvachan. Correct? Bhutayaha. Vibhutayaha. Okay. Divyaha is Bahuvachanam. So in the opening statement itself, he says, I am going to tell you many of my divine vibhutis. So I am not going to tell you one and keep quiet. I am not going to tell you two and keep quiet. I am going to tell you many. Why? This Arjuna has asked, Vistarenatmano bhuyah kathaya truptirhi shrinmato nasti me mritam. I don't know, I didn't mention about this. Vistarena atmano yogan. He says, tell me fully in detail. By knowing that kathaya truptirhi shrinmato nasti me mritam. I will never be. Okay, before going to that 19th one, I think 18th second line, I'll just clarify that. Shrinvato Nasti me mritam triptihi hi kathaya. You may please tell me, I will never be satisfied listening to your divine manifestations and glory. So for example, if you If I give you something which you like and you eat it, you'll feel very happy. Then I give you the second one, you'll eat it, enjoy. Then the third one, slowly the law of diminishing effect starts. When I give you the 10th one, you'll say, no, I'm going to puke out. The same which is giving joy start becoming a big pain. Correct? Why? That tripti starts going down. Okay. Now, he says, here it is the other way. I will never get saturated, satiated listening to your Amrita Vibhutis. Okay. Amrita Vibhutis, if I keep on hearing, I will never get satisfied. So keep on telling me that. Okay. Now this is the expectation from the student. So the teacher has to make if the teacher starts without giving any clarity, it will mean that the teacher is ready to give continuously. So getting the expectations to reality, to a logical level, is what Krishna does in the opening statement. He says, Hanta, alas, be sure that I will tell you all, or I will tell you many of the Divya Vibhutis. Hey Keshava, I will tell you that. Hey Kurushreshta, I will tell you that. But which? Pradhanyataha, the main ones. I will tell you the main ones. Why? Na asti antaha vistarasya me. Na asti antaha, because there is no end to keep telling. Asya vistarasya me na asti antaha. So, if there is no end to it, I cannot be infinitely, for infinite number of time, talk about infinitely to you. Then what happens to the war? When will we eat food? When will we do Anushtana? Nothing is going to happen. So I will tell you the main ones. Okay. This is where we have to now understand that if we try to look, we will see Bhagavan's Vibhuti in so many things. Especially the ones which we take for granted. Just see that. What a Vibhuti will be there. Take a simple one, your eyes. What all are there in this eye for it to work? The eye, the eyelids, the eyebrow, the cornea, the pupil, all the nerve endings coming. Only when you go to an ophthalmologist, you come to know what are the things, how that system is working, and beautifully working. Whose Vibhuti it is? Okay, and we consider this eye taken for granted because every time when we see it, we have no value for it. Only when it stops working, that is the time we understand what work it does. Any part of the body you take, smallest to smallest thing. Okay, that Udana Vayu is such a miraculous thing which Bhagavan has given. A small foreign body getting into the system, how the system has an ability, the intelligence to understand it and throw it out and retain and restore back the normalcy. Think how beautiful system it is. Isn't it Bhagavan's Vibhuti? Any of the super specialities today which you see, when we were in, at least when I was in my school days, there used to be one MBBS doctor where you used to go for any small ailments. bukhar aaya, khasi aaya, used to go one doctor, he will give one liquid, 4 baar le lo, and then afterwards you don't even go back to him. Correct? Then later on comes that if there is anything, you never go to this MBBS doctor, you always want some specialist. Let me go to an MD or an MS or someone like that who has learned more, and that person will never give in a bottle anything. He will prescribe and write and give you, which you buy and have. Right? Today, if you go to any faculty of medical science, how many super specialties are there? You go to any of the hospital and you look at, for left hand little finger specialist, right hand thumb specialist, anyone, I mean, there is no end to specialization. That much differentiated it has become, and that much it has gone in deep. I'm saying the more you go, the more you can see Bhagavan's Vibhuti. The more you start seeing everything with a microscope in detail, the more you are able to see Bhagavan's Vibhuti. The less you see it, that grosser you are. Okay, so Bhagavan's Vibhuti is there everywhere in everything. We are not just mindful about it. And hence, if one person has to talk of Vibhuti, including Bhagavan, it is impossible to tell all the Vibhutis, which is asked by the student. And hence, the student's expectation has to be kept reasonable and rational. So he says, pradhanyataha na asti antaha vistarasya. That elaboration has no end. So I will take few key examples which are Divya Atma Vibhutayaha, and I will tell you, behold, alas, you enjoy. Samajh mein aa raha hai? So he very clearly starts. From the 20th shloka to the 38th shloka, it is all going to be various vibhutis he is going to tell. Now when we say various vibhutis, the best aspect of each manifestation. So in short, every shloka will have probably 4 examples, and the best in each of the example is told. That's how it will be. Okay, so, and he starts that way, and when he starts with Nirguna going to Saguna, because we mentioned that Maya or Prakriti is Trigunatmika. Okay, and this particular one, the 20th one, he starts with the Nirguna, and around the 38th he will end with the, then it will be Saguna, he will end it with Saguna only. First is Chidrupena Vartate. Nirguna Brahman. How do we understand Nirguna Brahman? Chidrupena Vartate. First is sentiency or life. That is how we understand Ishvara. And that is why we understand life in us is the same life in any other being, let it be a human being or let it be an animal or anyone. And the moment we understand that life and the importance of this is that Brahman, the Bhagavan in me, which is giving this sentiency, is the same Bhagavan in the other person or the other being, which is the sentiency, then you respect and you with reverence, ahimsa bhavana will come. Where is the question of himsa when the same Bhagavan is present in as chidrupena vartate? Chit kim? Jnanaswarupaha. The intelligence cause able to understand everything is that chit. Right? Okay. This life as Bhagavan present in us is not taught by anyone to us. We experience this at all times, including sleep. Right? So this particular chidrupena vartate Bhagavan, wherever this chidrupa is not there, what can be present? If chidrupena vartate is not there, if the chit part is not there, then where do you see Bhagavan in those things where chit is not there? Where life or sentiency is not there, what is there in those things? Satrupena vartate. Correct? When chidrupena vartate, first is you always look at chidrupa. That is how we try to understand things. The moment if something is kept which is, if I have two things, one is live and one is dead, which is valued more? The one which is live, because you first connect to life. Then among the dead, what is common is that isness. First is amness, then only comes isness. Right? So, sadrupena vartate trikale tishtati sat. That which is present as existence, satta, is what you see. Other way around is, if satta is common in everything, then you look for sentiency in that and you value more. Your satta is being assumed to be there in all. Correct? That's how it works in our mind. Our intelligence works it that way, and that's where we connect to first living things compared to non-living things. Okay? So, he starts with Chidrupa and he talks of everything including Sadrupa. That means living beings and non-living beings, everything will come. Is it clear? Okay, and that's how this Vibhuti is going to be now expressed. Okay. The next shloka, the 20th. Ahamatma gudakesha Ahamatma gudakesha Sarvabhutashayasthitaha Sarvabhutashayasthitaha Ahamadishcha madhyancha Ahamadishcha madhyancha Bhutanamanta evacha Bhutanamanta evacha. Okay. Ahamatma gudakeshaha. Okay. Aham Atma Gudakesha Ishaha. Gudaka Ishaha. Gudakesha. Sarvabhuta Ashayasthitaha. It is one word actually. Sarvabhuta Ashayasthitaha. Sarvabhuta Ashayasthitaha. Okay. We will see how that complex word comes. Very beautiful word. Aham Adihi Cha Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Antaha Eva Cha. He Gudaka Isha. He Gudakesha. Aham sarvabhutashayasthitaha atma bhutanam adihi cha madhyam cha antascha aham eva. Okay. Guda, gudaka. What is gudaka? Gudaka means tamas. Gudaka means tamas. Ishaha means Lord. So if you take the meaning or king, supreme, what will the meaning be? Supreme of tamas. No. Then it is not a adjective. Correct? It is not a positive one. It becomes highly negative. Then how do you have to look at this? Ishaha means one who has conquered. One who has conquered tamas. Gudaka Ishaha. The one who has conquered the tamas. And that is how he is addressing Arjuna, one who is high in sattvic or rajasic in nature, doesn't have tamas at all. Indirectly, what did he say? You did not sleep. You were awake. He also said that you are the most eligible person. So I am telling you. Okay. These are inferred meaning which comes out. You are the most eligible person and hence I am telling you. Here, this reference can also be made that Arjuna has already referred about this and told Krishna, for example, स्वयमेवात्मनात्मानं वेत्थत्वं पुरुषोत्तमा bhutavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. So if you look at the 15th shloka, he says swayameva atmana atmanam vetthatvam purushottama. You have already told me and you know the best. So if you go earlier, he has told in the 7th chapter, he has told in the 9th chapter and all about the vibhutis. Okay. For example, rasohamapsu kaunteya prabhasma shashi suryayoh pranavas sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurushan rishu. 7.8. Then he has mentioned aham kraturaham yajnyaha swadaham aushadam mantrohamahame vajyam ahamagniraham hutam. 9th chapter 16th shloka. पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोंकार ऋक्सामयजुरेव च. Okay, here he says ऋक्सामयजुरेव च, 9th chapter 17th shloka. So he has already started giving the vibhutis. Okay, and Arjuna also says that you have already told me earlier. But bhuyah kathaya triptirhi shrinvato, I am not happy. I want to hear more and more. Tell me more and more. Okay. So if you see that, here he says, Hey Gudakeshaha, I know you were awake. I know you remember all these things. So that reference of connection, because when we are taking shloka after shloka, there is a long time in between. But imagine when people are talking, this is just coming after the 3rd or 4th line. So the reference will be remembered. Okay, he says, Hey Janardana, he answers, Hey Gudakesha. Are you able to get that? Connected that way. And he says, Ahamatma sarvabhutashaya sthitaha. I am present in everyone. Where? Bhutashaya sthitaha aham atma. Bhuta sarva bhuta ashaya sthitaha. One complex word. Sthitaha, indweller, one who is there. Where? Ashayaha. Ashayaha means mind. One who is present in the mind. Correct? Whose mind? Bhutashaya sthitaha. One who is alive. That alive mind, I am the indweller. Don't talk of my great grandfather and mera pardada. No. Okay? So are you referring to only one person whose mind, who is alive in this bhumi, and in that person's mind you are present? No, 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 no. Sarva bhutashaya sthita. Are you able to get this? Every living, alive mind, I am present in them as Atma. Atma va are shrotavyah mantavyah nididhyasitavyah. Okay, so what does it tell? When you say I am present, ashayah sthitaha, how do you know? Sarva bhutashaya sthitaha is RC of Atma, the OC. Are you able to get that? The Atma OC gets reflected in the Ashaya, the mind, and Sthitaha, Atma Sthitaha, Ashaya as RC, of whom? Sarva Bhutaha. Those who are alive, the reflected consciousness, or as the individuality, is the representation of that OC, the Atma, which I am there in each and every, right from the smallest to smallest, which you can imagine, to the biggest to biggest, in all the living beings I am there. As the RC. If the RC is, RC becomes Anumeya, or RC becomes Vibhuti. RC is what? Is it a Anubhuti, or is it a Anumeya? Slowly we are in the 10th chapter. Questions will start becoming this way only. The RC,
Manifestation. So it is.
RC is Anubhuti or Anumeya. Question is that.
Anubhuti.
Correct?
Anubhuti.
Not Anumeya, right?
No.
OC is Anubhuti or Anumeya? Huh?
Sir, OC is nothing. It's not Anumeya also.
Then it is not Anubhuti also.
OC cannot be classified in any.
Correct. So RC is Paroksha Anubhuti. OC is Aparoksha Anubhuti. Are you able to get this? Atma is Aparoksha Anubhuti. The Sarva Bhutashaya Sthita becomes Pratyaksha Anubhuti. Data. You can't infer Atma from that. No. It is Aparoksha Anubhuti only. It is the principle on which this is there. There is no inference at all on that? Are you able to get that? Okay. Aham adishcha madhyancha bhutanam anta evacha. So again he starts with the tatastha lakshanam. Chidrupena vartate swarupa lakshanam. Sadrupena vartate swarupa lakshanam. Now coming to tatastha lakshanam. Adihi madhyam antaha. Adi is
Primordial first.
primordial. Okay. Tasmadva etasma dihi bhagavo brahmeti tasma etat provacha annam pranam chakshushrotram manovacha miti tagumho vacha yato va imani bhutani jayante adihi ye na jatani jivanti madhyam yat prayantyabhisambhishanti antaha. Are you able to get this? So Shruti Pramanam, Smriti Pramanam both go hand in hand very clearly. Aham adihi yato va imani bhutani jayante. From where did this, the whole thing origin, manifest out? Adihi. Devakadev Mahadev. Right? Madhyam. Who is maintaining it? How is it continuously running? What is this law which makes it perpetually to go on? You know, like the pendulum without any battery or charging, it will just happen, continuously be there. Without breaking the law, it will just go on, perpetually go on. And who brings an end to it? Antaha. Bhutanam adihi, Bhutanam madhya, Bhutanam antaha. Evacha. Evacha. He now very clearly doesn't give a chance at all. I am only that. I am no one else. Are you able to get eva? Eva is for emphasis. There is no second thought to come there. Okay. So this becomes the Nirguna Brahman examples where he is talking, where you can understand Nirguna Brahman as aparoksha anubhuti from pratyaksha, which is visible. And you surely will have to do some anumana for bhutanam antaha and bhutanam adihi. There is an anumanam which has to be done there. You have to make an inference. Okay. Atma is not the inference. But Bhutanam Adi becomes an inference, because when you ask that logical question, who is my cause? Then who is the cause of that cause? Then who is the cause of that cause? Till some time it will be Pratyaksham. After that it becomes Anumana. Till you come to the first one, who is the primordial cause? There is no Anumanam there. There it is Aparoksha Anubhuti. It has to be. Other than that, who can be there? Are you able to get this? Okay. Now he will start enumerating the various other things from the 21st shloka. Adityanamaham Vishnuhu. Adityanamaham Vishnuhu. Jyotisham Raviramshuman. Jyotisham Raviramshuman. Marichirmarutamasmi. Marichirmarutamasmi. Nakshatranamaham Shashi. Nakshatranamaham Shashi. Very simple ones. 4 examples taken. Each quarter is talking of one manifestation and vibhuti, divya vibhuti in that. So when you say this, we have to understand that by giving an example, you understand much easier, and hence the example does not mean that the greatest is shown. As you see in life gradation and you consider something to be the best, that best and not best is what you have considered the gradation in Prakriti. Correct? And that gradation, if you, whatever you see, I am that. So Bhagavan doesn't get graded. Okay, the Prakriti gradation you have done it, or whatever the system has done it, and if in that gradation you consider Taratamyam, and there is someone who is a supreme, there is someone who is less. For example, if you look at human beings, the person who is a citizen and the prime minister is no different. But when you change the scale to the person who has got highest privileges and responsibilities of the nation, it will either become the president or prime minister, and that gradation is a system which is devised by human beings based on the Prakriti. Bhagavan has not created this. Okay. Even if we say Devas are created, they are supreme human beings only. From a Atma perspective or Nirguna Brahman perspective, there is no variation between a prime minister and a, including a beggar or whomever you want to take. See, but for us to give an example, this gradation has been bought in the system. And to make us understand, these examples are there. Okay. Because when we say Adityanam Aham Vishnu, there can be a misunderstanding that the Vishnu is the foremost, the others are not in Adityas. No. I am there in everyone in the same levels, but because you have graded Vishnu and given a different platform for Vishnu, consider me to be Vishnu. The human intellect has graded it. Correct? For example, rich and poor. Is it human beings' gradation or is it Bhagavan's gradation? Correct. Including dead and alive is whose gradation? It is not Bhagavan's gradation, it is our gradation. The word Sat and Chit is bought by us to make us understand. Correct? Are you able to get that? So it is not Bhagavan's gradation. So he is trying to give an example the way you will understand it. In the empirical way. Paramarthika, there is nothing in Paramarthika, none of these things are valid. And it need not be there. But in Vyavahara, because that setup is with gradation, and we understand gradation because our life is filled with gradations, and there we have something the best and the worst. So he takes the best of that and calls it Divya. Are you able to get this? So don't misunderstand this, but understand it. It has been told for us to understand what to look at. In case we don't know, say look at this. For example, it is like the Shakha Chandra Nyaya. Know what is Shakha Chandra Nyaya? So Shakha Chandra Nyaya is when you have to see something which is very subtle. The teacher will start with the most gross and see whether you are able to get that. Then the level of subtlety will start increasing till you reach the level of subtleness which the teacher wants you to be with. Right? And this is called Shakha Chandra Nyaya. So, especially this example is Arundhati Darshanam Nyaya. Same thing is called Shakha Chandra Nyaya. So, in the sky, you have bipolar Yeah, stars, or I don't know, stars or what, but Arundhati and Vasishta. So they travel, they are moving. And when they are moving, because their axes are different and the speeds are different, it looks as though one is stationary and the other one is revolving around the first one. Okay. But when you see it with more subtlety, you will see that one is moving in a particular speed and the other one is coaxially moving, and from a distance with this gross sight we are able to see it as one is moving around the other. So to make the person break that thought and understand the reality that both are coaxially moving, they are not moving one around the other, but both are moving and there is a relationship in their movement. This is called Vasishta Arundhati Nyayam. So they are moving together, not one around each other, for which it has to be seen from the earth at night time, where at a particular place you will have to see. First of all, there is no telescope or anything. Night time you have to see. So first the teacher or the whoever is teaching will show that between these two twigs or two branches, can you see the moon? If that person is blind, what are you going to talk about Arundhati and Vasishta? So Shakha Chandra, first you see the gross thing. Okay, I am able to see that. Fine. Now slowly move your sight little upwards, and can you see a star which is shining a lot, which is the pole star or Dhruva Nakshatra? That normally everyone will be able to see it if you have a reasonably good sight. Then slowly move a little away from it and start gazing. You will start seeing slowly one star which is getting prominent. Few days you start gazing and you understand that, oh, this star, now I am able to catch it. The moment I see, I am able to catch this star. Then you will see that this star is now moving. Then later on you see that this is not one star, these are two. Then you see that they are moving coaxially. Before that you will see one is moving around the other. All this have to be visible, right? Okay. And if you want to see actually this Arundhati Vasishta, you can actually go to that telescope. Those maps are there available. If you see it, it will be moving coaxially. They will have the English names to it, but they move. Even now, right now from here you can see it. Night time, when you turn near the pole star, you will be able to see it. In every mobile you can download this app, the Stargazer and all, and you see that, you will be able to see it. So that subtlety to bring, it takes time. You can't suddenly go to the subtle memory, and hence this particular thing of getting into slowly one by one is what he is going to do. So he starts with Nirguna Brahman, and now he starts coming to all the ones which are Vibhuti or manifested ones, where you can see as a separate thing. Atma in everyone, you can't see it separately, you can see it or you can experience it or know it in yourself and make an inference that everyone will have it the same way. Sarva Bhutashaya Sthita is, you don't go to someone's mind to see Atma is there. You understand this Atma is being RC in my mind, and as it is applicable for me, it is applicable for every Sarva Bhuta. Okay, now from here, Adityanam Aham Vishnuhu, he will start. Okay, so Adityanam Aham Vishnuhu. Adityas are Diti's children. So, as per our Shastras, many of these things will come out which are not directly related to Vedanta, but it is assumed that you know all these things. Because only from these examples you can become more inquisitive and then you can try to find out more information about it. So there are Ashtavasavaha, Ekadasha Rudraha, Dwadasha Adityaha. Have you ever heard of this? Where does this connect to? This is
The
reference.
33,000
Huh?
devatas. The 33,000 devatas, they say.
How are they connected?
So 33, I think these will add up to 33.
So where did this
Ashtavasava.
where did 1000 come from now? Ashtavasavaha, Ekadasha Rudraha, Dwadasha Adityaha comes to 31. Where did this 1000 come from? So if I tell you something, you will quickly now know. 33 कोटि देवता. सुना है ना सब लोग? 33 कोटि देवता. So in Sanskrit, the word koti has got different meanings. If I tell you, उच्च कोटि के विचार है आपका. So it is like high crore thoughts. Is the meaning correct? What is the meaning of koti? No? Achhe, punya, puni, punita. Very koti shabda is always used for kama koti,
Yakot.
punya koti. All this koti word means it is at the highest, the topmost, the best. Right? So 33 koti devata is, this koti means they are the foremost devatas who rule us. Ashtavasavaha, Ekadasha Rudraha, Dwadasha Aditya. Okay, all the three will come here. So I better give the background right now. Vasu will come, Rudra will come, Aditya will come. Aditya has already come here. Aditya namaham Vishnuhu. Then in the Deva namasmi Vasavaha, Vasu will come. Rudranam Shankarashchasmi, Rudras will come. All this will come. Okay. So this comes, the details of this comes in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Okay. And I think it comes in which Brahmanam? I don't remember. So it is a Maitreya Brahmanam, I think. Gargi and Yajnavalkya Sambhashana in Janaka Maharaja's court. These questions were asked. So he gives an example and he clarifies to Gargi what are these Koti Devatas. So Ashtavasavaha, there are 8 Vasus. Vasatiti Vasu, the one which gives abundance, is called Vasu. Okay, that is why we say Vasu Baras. That means it gives you a lot at that, right? Then Rodayatiti Rudraha, that which will make you cry is Rudra. Or Rudam Dravyate iti Rudraha, that which removes the cry is also Rudra. Sanskrit is that beautiful, the way you want you can change the meaning. Huh? Based on context, if you want to see who is making me cry, Rudra is making me cry. Who is removing me from all this crying, Rudra is only removing it. Whichever way you want you can see it. Doesn't matter, because finally we want something to help our mind to calm and focus. So we want some answer to it, and these are the answers. And that is the beauty of this Sanskrit language, and nothing wrong in it. So Ekadasha Rudraha, 11 Rudras are there. Then Dwadasha Adityaha, 12 Adityas are there. Okay. These three, along with Indra and Prajapati, one Indra and one Prajapati, become 33. So in all the Karma Kandas, this 33 will be considered. Asubhyo Rudrebhya Adityebhya Saddhisrava Bhagebhya Idannamama. Vasubhya Rudrebhya Adityebhya Saddhisrava Bhagebhya Idannamama. Like that, ahutis are given. Okay. Vasubhya Swaha Rudraya Swaha Rudrebhya Swaha Adityebhya Swaha. Why? A human being's life is considered to be 116 to 120 years, a normal human being's life. So if you say that I'm already 90, then you have just completed 3/4 of your life. The average human being, Rajnikant uncle, don't worry at all. अभी बहुत सिक्सर मारना बाकी है कि नहीं? So one should not worry. 116 years minimum. That is what is the design. How design को bypass करना वो आपका हाथ में, but design इतना है. So each Vasu presides over 3 years. That means from when you are born, every 3 years, like that, for 8 into 3, 24 years, the Vasus preside. And what is the meaning of Vasu? To get, to acquire. That is why till the age of 24 you will acquire all knowledge, bodily strength, physical beauty, everything. All the acquiring things will be there up to 24. जो चीज आना है ना, आने दो सब 24 तक. 24 के बाद शुरू हो जाएगा, बाल गिर रहे, वो गिर रहे, मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा. बाद में 40 के बाद देखेगा तो ज़्यादा दिख रहा है वो, दैट्स ऑल. बट 25 से चालू हो जाएगा, हो गया अभी, एक्वायरिंग इज ओवर. ओके, देन कम्स द जॉब ऑफ रुद्रा. देयर आर 11 रुद्रास. Each Rudra is 4 years. So 11 Rudra is 44 years. So 24 plus 44 is 68 years. So from 24 up to 68, our biography is only to cry. कभी ये नहीं मिला, कभी वो नहीं मिला, कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ, कभी इसका ये नहीं हुआ, उसका वो नहीं हुआ, कभी हैप्पी बोल के था ही नहीं. जो 25 इयर्स तक जो हंसी मजाक था वो पूरा रोने में बदल गया है फ्रॉम 25th ईयर टू 68 इयर्स. यू कैन सी योर बायोग्राफी, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी डिफरेंट. हर एक का अलग अलग किस्सा है, बॉटम लाइन वही है. बिकॉज द रुद्रास आर वर्किंग. इट विल मेक यू क्राई. इट विल मेक यू क्राई फॉर व्हाट? सो दैट द बेस्ट ऑफ यू विल कम आउट, नॉट टू ट्रबल यू. So that you are exposed to all that, the best of you will come out. Okay. Then comes the Adityas. Adityas are known to their luminescence. It will give you knowledge. Okay. Every Aditya is 4 years. So another 48 years. So 68 plus 48, 116 years. That is the design. So all the Divya Atma Vibhutayaha ideally will be from 68 to 116. That is where the jnanam is also coming, if you understand it rightly. Because there is no karma left. There is more of knowledge. The Adityas will give that. And the Adityas are also known for ending your life. So if you don't complete 116, these Adityas have already taken you out of this world. Okay, like that the design is 116 years. That is why Vasurudra, Aditya, Prajapati and Indra are the main 5 deities whom we propitiate because they are day to day connected with us. Out of that we are referring to Adityas. Their Adityas 12 are connected to each month the sun god. Because these 12 Adityas give 12 different things. Each month they give different things by which our life continues normally. Okay. So the Dwadasha Adityas, if you see, Vishnuhu, Aryama, Indra, Twashta, Varuna, Dhata, Bhaga, Parjanya, Vivaswan, Amshuman, Mitra, Pushya. Dhata, Yaman, Mitra, Varuna, Indra, Vivaswan, Twashta, Vishnu, Amshuman, Bhaga, Pusha, Parjanya. So names can vary because Puranas will call, for example, Vishnu is called Vishnu, but Dhata can change. Parjanya is called Savitra. Different names can be there, but they are these 12. So the Dhata is Chaitra, March and April month, creator of all living beings. Aryaman, Vaishakha, April and May, governs the wind. Mitra, Jyeshtha month, presides over the ocean and moon. Varuna rules over the waters. Indra, destroyer of enemies. Vivaswan resides in fire and helps to cook food. Twashta resides in trees and herbs. Vishnu destroys evil. Amshuman associated with the wind. Bhaga present in all the body of living beings. Pusha helps food and grains to grow. And Parjanya, Phalguna month, which is showers rain. Okay. So these are different, see these keep varying according to Puranas, but among them Vishnu is considered to be the head. Okay, so among the 12 Adityas, Vishnu is considered. So when you look at the daytime luminaries, it is the sun which is the Pratyaksha Bhagavan to us. Okay. The others, we may talk of anything. Who is the Pratyaksha Bhagavan? Whom I can relate to, whom I can perceive. Who is that manifested Bhagavan, if you ask? For every person, irrespective of any religion or anyone, he'll say sun. The sun rises, it's all positive. Look at the months when sun is not rising, it's gloomy. There are countries where 6 months the sun doesn't rise. The life becomes really bad. Okay, so the sun is giver of life. And among those, I am Vishnu. Adityanamaham Vishnuhu. Then comes Jyotisham Raviram Shuman. So here now, Amshuman Jyotisham. Among all the luminaries of the daytime, which you can see, I am the sun. Among all the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Okay, Adityas are referred to sun at different months. But among all the luminaries, I am the sun itself. Jyotisham Ravihi Amshuman. Okay. Amshuman, the one luminaries. Jyotisham Amshuman, Aham Ravihi. I am Ravi or Surya Bhagavan. Okay. Then Nakshatranam aham Shashihi. When are the nakshatras seen? At night. And who am I? The luminaries at night. I am Shashi. Shashin, the moon. So I am the moon, which is the Pratyaksha Devata. That is why Surya Chandramasau Dhata Yatha Purvamakalpayate. Surya and Chandra. Surya, Ravi, and Shashi, Chandra. Okay. Shashi and Ravi. So Surya, Chandra. This among the nakshatras, I am the most illumined one, because don't go by science, go by what you can perceive. Among all the stars which you can perceive, you see the light coming maximum is of the moon. Now, if someone comes and says that moon is a satellite, it is not a star, we are referring to luminary bodies, direct or indirect, which can give light. So in the daytime, the sun gives me the light. At the night time, the moon gives me the light. Right? Marichihi marutam asmi. Marudganas. Marut means the Marudganas are the ones which are related to wind. That is why Maruti comes. And in that I am Marichi. Okay. So these are for this, to understand why it is important, what it is. We'll have to go to Puranas to know what it is. But that is all of academic interest. Here he is just giving examples. If you know about Marudganas, then you will know Marichi, then you can contemplate on it. That time the Puranas were very, very known to people, because they learn all these Puranas and they know it. Okay, it may not be very relevant also, because you will not know what it is today. So, Adityanam aham Vishnuhu, Jyotisham Ravihi Amshuman, Marichihi Marutam Asmi, Nakshatranam aham Shashihi. So, 4 examples. Among the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Among the luminaries in the daytime, I am the sun. I am the moon among the luminaries at the night, and I am Marichi among the winds, Marudganas. Is it okay? There are 49 Marudganas, 7 into 7, that's how it is known. Okay, that 49 Marudganas, in that Marichi comes. Right? We will stop it here. We will continue Vedanam Sama Vedosmi in the next class. But before that, just to mention, those who all are in Thane, you can attend the Rudrabhisheka, which is done tomorrow for Mahashivratri at Hiranandani at Princeton Polaris ground. From between 2:30 to 4, we will be doing the Rudrabhisheka, followed by general Abhisheka for all the other bhaktas, which will continue till night 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So, if you want to see the Rudrabhisheka and be a part to it, come at 2:30 Princeton Polaris ground, 2:30 to 4 o'clock it will be there. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavada.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Yeah.